Hello, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I'm here with my friend and colleague, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. We want to welcome you to the conversation today. Today, it's coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations with the Biz Chicks. And we always like to come up with topics that will be helpful to you as you run your life and your business. So, with that, we're going to get today started. Fran, it's also First Monday, so I just want to encourage everyone to come out to Seasons 52 at the Arden Fair Mall in Sacramento, California, if you're in the area today. We're going to be there at lunchtime, 11:30, and we have a fabulous guest speaker. So with that, we're going to get started this morning. Hey, Fran, what's up?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. It is morning, yes. Um, as you mentioned, Francesca Reyes will be with us and she'll be talking to us um, about some really important stuff that you're going to want to hear. So you
Mm-hmm.
tune in with us. I'm going to see if I can get it to go live while we're there, but if not, I can record it and we can play it later.
Okay.
Um, So today we are talking all about success happening one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Success happens one day at a time. Um, Terry and I talk a lot about biblically based things. And so today when we were talking, we were, uh, well, well, today. So in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth and all of that, right? And so I
Mm-hmm.
was looking at that one day, and it dawned on me that God did one thing each day.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do 12. He didn't do 6. He did one thing each
Mm-hmm.
day. And I was thinking about that. I was like, well, maybe we should take a point out of his playbook.
Sounds like a plan because, friends, sometimes we be doing, as the kids say, too much. You be doing too much. And good morning, Maureen, and all of you watching live. We just want to say thanks for joining us this morning. Yeah, sometimes and then we have the nerve to say to ourselves, I'm overwhelmed. But who overwhelmed us? We did when we took on so much. Oh, yeah, I can do one more thing. Or we are listening to people who tell you you can do more. You can jump higher. I don't care if you've got 4 kids and you're working $100,000 a year job and you're running a business and you're active teaching everywhere. You can still do the dishes and the laundry and food. You know what I'm saying? And work on
Right.
your own car. Why can't you fix your car? What's the problem? You know, come on, people, get some help. Get some help or take some things off your table.
So, one thing, what's
Yeah.
one thing that you need to do today?
Maureen says it makes us overwhelmed. It
Overwhelmed
does.
when we try and
The,
do too
the
much,
do much, she says, makes us overwhelmed. Good morning.
doing too much. So, here's the thing, what is the one thing that you could be doing today? Let's act like God did. He picked one thing, He did one thing, and He did it well, and He
Mm-hmm.
saw that it was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what's the one thing that I can do today that if I get it done, I can just cross it off my list and I'm good.
And claim success. When you narrow the list down, you're more likely to end up with a comment here. He
Mark
says,
says too often people confuse being busy with being productive.
Correct.
Exhaustion is not a sign of success. It is a sign of ineffective management. And that's what we're
Mhm.
talking today. One thing, Maureen said her one thing is going to be food shopping.
There you go.
And that's just one thing you have to do.
Hmm.
God didn't have 12 things on his list. He had one thing on the list. What
Yeah.
was the one? There was one.
Here's the deal. I think that the world has convinced us if we are not supermen and women, because here are your examples. This person, ran a multi-million dollar business, educated 12 kids, sold all their clothes, made all their shoes, educated them at home. Okay, wait a minute.
And see, here's the myth is that they didn't. Okay, so we talked about the Proverbs 31 woman. She got up
Yes,
before day. Blah blah
she
blah.
had
I'm gonna
help.
tell you, she had hired help. She had people running. She was running the empire or the. She was running everything, and she was just over it. But they
She
had
was
one.
managing things.
She was
Isn't that what you
managing.
said earlier? Oh no, that's what Mark said.
Mark
She was
said
an
she
effective
was an
manager.
effective manager. So being an effective manager, you don't give your team 12 tasks to do and then tell them report back on everything. No, they're gonna look at you like, which one of these things you was top priority?
There you go.
Which of these is the top priority? Because you cannot do all of them at once. Whoever said multitasking was the thing, you computers don't even multitask.
Mm,
Computers do one task at a time. They just do it very fast.
hmm.
Popular to it you try running all that stuff on your computer is going to be like, look, stop, just
Oh,
stop, we
hi
are not
Liz, how
doing
you
this.
doing?
hey
Liz Green is
hey
here.
Liz,
She says,
we are
yes.
the computer tries to
Mm.
the computer processes one thing at a time, and if you try and get it to do 15 things at a time, what happens to your computer?
Oh, we get a crash.
It crashes, and it's like the computer has enough sense not to try and do
Or
all of that.
operate when it's confused. You've given it
Correct.
so many requests. It's like, let's just reset. And that's exactly what Liz just said. Super women. We are told that we are never enough. We forget that we forget that we need
To take
to
time to
take
rest.
time to rest. Because a lot of times we have to shut that computer down, don't we, friend? Because it'll overheat.
The computer is like, the processor is trying to do what you asked it to do, but you gave it one task and now you added two more tasks to that. And the computer is like, hold on a minute. I'm not like y'all. I'm not trying to do
Well, you
three or
press
four.
the enter button 80,000 times.
Computer doesn't do it. So why do we try and do it? I suggest, Maureen says, multitasking does not work for me. Every time I'm cooking and do something else, I burn my food.
Mm,
What?
distracted. We're
Right.
unable to focus. When
So
you have one task, it's easy to, you know what I
focus.
mean?
Yeah. And I got one job. What's my one job today? If that one job is for you to work on your book, then you do it. So I was working on a book and I needed to get it up on Amazon, and I was getting ready to, and I was sitting down. I didn't get dressed like normal because I knew I was going to be sitting at the computer doing the work that I needed to do, and I wasn't going to be out in public. So I am configuring stuff, trying to make sure that the manuscript is going up the way it's supposed to for Amazon, and making sure the book cover is right. And I get a phone call, which I normally do not take calls when I'm working on a task, but I took this call. And they said, well, I'm in town. Do you think you want to come by and have coffee? I'm in the middle. I was not dressed for public, and I'm I got to get this stuff done. And I was going to try and make the meeting because it's around the corner at the little coffee shop around the corner from the house. And about an hour and so later, I just told the person, look, I'm not going to meet. I can't meet with you because it was going to divide my focus. I need to stay right here to get this book up. And I needed to get it done because I don't want to do it 3 weeks from now. I need to finish and get it done. So that one thing that day was to publish the book. It is on Amazon.
Congratulations.
I was like, I need to get it out. And it was, and the other thing was, it's a mini book. It is not a
War and Peace. It's not War and Peace.
No, it's not War and Peace. I was like, I don't have enough to say about all that. I have this amount to say, and I put it up. And I was like, okay, I got that off. And I was like, oh, there was no overwhelm, no pressure, just the one thing that I'm focusing on today. And like Mark said, exhaustion is not a sign of success. And I mean, people really know how to rest after you finish the one thing? You can go play golf, you can go ride your bike. When we were growing up, what was it that we did? You did your homework and then you went out to play. Exactly. You get the one thing done and go play.
And in some cases, we were commanded to go play. Go play and don't come back in this house till I call you for dinner. In other words, Mom needed some downtime too. She'd been at work all day. Now she's home and she's cooking dinner. Checked everybody's homework. So let me focus.
We are encouraging you as business owners and entrepreneurs and people who make stuff happen. Settle in on one thing. The one thing for the day. Just settle in on what's your top priority for the day. Because I have a list. I remember making a list of all the things I wanted to do, and it was like almost 100 things. And I have a list of stuff that I want to do, but I'm not working on that entire list on today. I'm going to pick one thing that I want to get done for that day. Just the one thing. And Maureen says, play brings out your creativity and helps you to be more productive. It really does.
Yes, it really does.
Stepping away from something and coming back, you're productive. Go ahead. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I was looking at a list of things that will keep us from being productive. So I was over here, I like MIT. Anyway, and some of the things they were suggesting, it says here over on their website, we've been asking MIT employees what they do when they feel stressed out at work. Here are some of their ideas. Take a walk. This can be brief, indoors or outdoors, but outdoors is better. Take some deep breaths. And, we do this breathing work with Jill a lot. Long inhales and extra long exhales. Make sure you let your shoulders relax and just breathe out. Sometimes we just need to woosah, right? They suggest that you don't look at the news during the workday and turn off your phone alerts. Keep inspirational quotes around you so that, you're inspired and you feel good. And I've seen people do this. I don't do this, but a lot of people do this. They find a joke or a person to laugh with, not at. But laughter is suggested because laughter, is a merry medicine?
Medicine. It's like medicine, yeah. And we have a resident community comedian in the house, Janice Jordan. Good morning.
Good morning, Janice. It says one of the things that also will help you focus is to do a random act of kindness. Just do something real quick, and choose to be optimistic. It feels better. Now, I have never thought of this. Create worry-free time zones throughout your workday. Worry is usually unproductive, repetitive, anxiety provoking rather than problem solving. So put a sign on your desk, worry free zone.
Mhm. And if
You
you only
know,
got, oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
They say attitudes are contagious. So the question is yours worth catching? Do you have a
Mhm.
good attitude? Okay. And maybe just take a relaxing, mindful moment. Just take a couple of seconds of gratitude. This may be a situation, but hey, I'm grateful that I'm here to be in it. I'm grateful that I'm here to work
Right,
through it.
right.
So
And
just
then,
some things. Go ahead, friend.
but if you only got one thing on your plate,
Uno. Mm-hmm.
it's easier to
Mm-hmm.
concentrate on one thing than it is three things. Like Maureen said, when she burns her food when she's trying to do this, and then okay, so am I gonna just eat? Am I gonna eat my lunch? And when I'm eating lunch, I'm eating lunch. I'm not working at my computer. I am eating my lunch.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. So one thing a day can, success happens one day at a time. Just because you picked one thing that needs to get done and you focused in on it, you didn't allow other distractions. One of the things that I suggest, if you want to eliminate distractions, you try and put your phone in do not disturb. I
Mm-hmm.
got one better: put it in airplane mode.
Oh yeah, don't let anything through.
Nothing comes through when you're in airplane mode. And tomorrow, you can talk to the people tomorrow. Put the phone airplane mode. Tomorrow, you can greet the public and sign the autographs and do all that other stuff. But if you're trying to get that one thing done, my suggestion is, if you don't want the interruptions, or you have a hard time saying no,
Mm-hmm.
put it in airplane mode and never get the
Never get the message.
notification. You're not
Mm-hmm.
getting notifications. You're not getting emails. Mark said, no autographs, please.
I love it.
But you
Mark,
do
I'm
some things
enjoying
to,
your podcast, by the way. I want you to know that.
yes.
I think it is just really, really helpful. Go ahead, Fred. I'm sorry.
So when you are doing these things,
Mm-hmm.
you set it up, you set yourself up for success. If you know you got one task to do for the day, and it may not take you all day. See, that's the other thing. That task the one important thing that you need to do may not take you all day to do it. It
Mm-hmm.
just means it took you all day before because you had all these interruptions. But when you put your device in airplane mode,
Mm-hmm.
nothing got through. You got your chapter done. You got your food cooked. You got the project done. You were able to make some headway because you didn't have other little things dinging and pinging and ringing and asking for your attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so Mark has his podcast, which is called The 4 Minute Mark,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about resolving conflict. Um,
Today's topic. Mm-hmm.
Today's topic, right? So, and the cool thing about his podcast is it's 4 minutes, not 4 hours. 4 minutes. And you can subscribe to the podcast over on Apple Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get it. So check out Mark's podcast. Now, Maureen has a comment. She says, our society glorifies burnout, so we wear burnout as something to celebrate.
Mm.
It's like the lady in the kitchen cooking the food. She got flour all over. She threw the flour on her so she can look like she been just struggling in the kitchen. I
Mm.
like the peace. I like being able to just kind of relax and enjoy my day. And I'm learning to embrace the peace and being
Mm.
okay with peace. being okay with, oh, I don't have to struggle. Oh, wait, this feels good.
Mhm.
One person told me they felt weird because there was no chaos going on in their lives, and they were like, wait, this is weird. This is uncomfortable because they had been programmed for chaos so much.
The dysfunction is comfortable.
Right. And dysfunction should not be comfortable. So when you're doing your one thing, other people are going to look at you. That's the only thing you got. Okay, you stay on your paper and let me do my paper. I'm putting one thing on the paper. I know you can have a lot, you can list all the things that you want to do, but you pick one to do that day.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I know Mary Kay did. She wrote down 6 things the night before that she wanted to accomplish the next day. How about your mind does not go into tilt when you know you only got one thing that you're going to put on your day for tomorrow? You see possibilities, right? You can see solutions for that one thing instead of
But
trying to see solutions for six.
and here's the difference. Maybe she could do 6 things because she had 3,600 people working for her.
Oh, wait.
You understand what I'm saying? So she wasn't actually doing it, she was assigning it and assigning someone else to monitor it. She didn't even have to manage it. She just
Right.
had to think it. At what stage did she start listing these 6 things and what were they?
Right.
Happy
So
Monday,
Mark has a
Wednesday.
comment. He says, yes, Americans like to wear exhaustion and fatigue as a badge of honor. It's
Mm-hmm.
only the nose that is to the grindstone, people, not your entire body. Your nose to the grindstone, not the whole body. Hey,
Yep.
Dr. Tachi.
Get off the chopping block, people.
So all of this to say, find out what your one thing is for today, and pick your one thing. Enjoy doing your one thing. Finish out whatever that one thing is, and not be uh having your mind cluttered with the other 5, 12, 10 on a list that sometimes people want due to focusing, but focusing in on one thing. What is your successful thing for the day gonna be?
What's your measurement? How do
What's
you
that
measure
what's that
success
one
today?
success that you're gonna happen today? What's the one success that you will do today?
And don't have so many things on that list that you don't even have time to celebrate the one thing that you got done.
Janice has a question. She says, what if that one thing is large or overwhelming?
Break it
Okay,
in pieces.
right. So you do a piece of it today. You do a piece of the one thing. You may not do the whole one thing. You take one part of the one thing and do it.
It's sort of like Legos, Janice. You you set out to build that magic castle that's on the outside of the box. Maybe maybe you can only build one tower today. You
Or
know,
yes, or maybe you build all of the blue pieces as the foundation or something. Okay, I'm getting all the blue
Mhm.
ones done.
And that's
That's the
success.
one thing. Like when you're writing a book, you might do chapters. Okay, I'm going to work on this chapter, or I'm going to work on this thought in the book, or I'm going to work on this paragraph. It does not even need to be a whole book. It could be
Mhm.
the paragraph. I need to rework this paragraph, and if I get that done, I'm good.
And
Um,
and if your objective is to take a walk, well, you may not be able to walk 3 miles. Maybe your objective when you're starting out is to walk to the mailbox. Depends on what your condition is. So set your goals so they're achievable and make it one thing at least so that you can have success.
Yes, and when you celebrate that one thing, you heard me right. We're going to celebrate that one thing that you got done, and because you're going to have time to celebrate it. Nobody said that you had to work all day on the one thing and be and then go into the next part of your day tired. Mark also has a comment. He says, important reminder, feeling overwhelmed and being overwhelmed are different. Often it is disorganization, fear, worry, etc., that is creating the feeling, not the actual task. Very well put, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what's on your day for today? Maureen says she's going shopping. I'm going to, my one thing today is the first Monday event at Seasons 52. That is all. I'm going to go do that, and after that I'm going to go play. I got my golf clubs in the trunk, and I'm going to go play after the Seasons 52. That
Mm-hmm.
is my one thing for today, and then I'm going to go play.
Wow. That is
And
amazing.
right, and do something, and then go play, have fun. Janice, we are meeting at Seasons 52 at 11:30 a.m. today. And Francesca Reyes will be with us. Um, Mark says, I'm making a list for things that Maureen can get me at the store. So, the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one thing on your list?
Keep the main thing the main thing.
Mm-hmm. There are things I need to do, but the main thing for me to get done is our first Monday meetup. It's like, okay,
That
do
one
whatever I need
thing.
to do to make that happen and make sure things are in order. And if I got that checked, I'm good.
There we are. So we just want to thank you guys for all of your input.
Mm-hmm. And thank you, Janice. We look forward to seeing you when you can come.
Yes.
Appreciate you always. So, again, follow one another. Follow March on his
Mm-hmm.
podcast, Janet and what she's doing. Dr. Tachi's new network is out, indiesoupmedia.tv, indiesoupmedia.tv. And we are very honored to be a part of the programming there. It's some good programming. And I think today's guest will be, this is week number 2. So I think we'll be talking to Coach Karen
Mm-hmm.
on the broadcast. And then, anyway, just have fun. Okay, Janice says she has a new adventure. I love adventures, Janice. Janice, I love adventures. We all need to have an adventure. Do some things that are fun. And like I used to do when the kids were growing up, we would do something new every month, experience a new thing every month, just to keep
Mm-hmm.
stuff, horseback riding, swimming lessons, and some other things. But having adventures are good.
Keep life interesting, people.
It does. So we want to say thank you for tuning in this morning. Go check out Mark's podcast, indiesoupmedia.tv. Get to know one another. Yay!
Get there.
That's Mark.
With Mark's podcast, guys.
And then indiesoupmedia.tv. You can bring that one up too if you can.
If I can find it. Hold
on. What do you got? So while we're doing that, what is the one thing that you plan on getting done today? Put it in the chat, please. What is the one thing that you're going to do? Even if that one thing is to rest and have some fun, what is your one thing that you are going to do today? Yes, we like to give out homework assignments. And what did you learn today? I was going to say, what did you learn, Billy? I learned.
I'm not able to bring it up. I must be spelling Indie wrong.
It's Indie.
Oh, E. I'm missing an E.
IndieSoupMedia.tv. Janice says, let me see what she says over here. Janice
Here
says,
we are.
um,
I found it.
okay, Janice says a new Facebook page, Restaurant Row with Janice Rowe. Cool. And she's activating her phone today. Mark says, I'm getting my calculations and stuff together for his taxes. Yay. And then we have Indie Soup Media on there. Yay.
Yep. Discover your story.
Her story. Yes, 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 yes. So we want to promote all of the things that you guys got going on. So please tell us about it. Come on in here, share what you got going on. And ooh, that's the signal going.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. It's just, buffering. That's just could
My
be your signal line.
my wonderful signal over here in Texas.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Vibe.
Look, there's TJ.
Mhm. That's some really good content on over there, and it's over on YouTube as well, so it runs on her YouTube.
Yeah, I'm showing it from there. Okay, so
Okay,
guys, go check it out.
all right, that is what we got for you today. Thank you for tuning in. You could have been anywhere else on the planet, but you came and hung out with us today, and we are thankful and grateful. If you'd like to join BizChicks, just text Biz to 33777 or go to bizchicks.net. And look out for some more information, some things to help inspire you along the way here in 2024. Thank you so much. Looking forward to seeing you next time as we help you take the hassle out of your hustle so that you can build a profitable business that's fun to run.
Bye-bye.